Matt, on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad would you be if I stole the intro?
Probably.
Welcome to This
What
Is...
the?
I
Are you
am
kidding?
the captain now.
Are you kidding me? Your S23 Ultra might be cool on paper, but you know what slaps so much harder? Every one of these phones on this list.
Nope, you're wrong. You know what phone is even better than the Galaxy S23 Ultra?
What's-
Something that leaves it in the dust?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What's that?
Supreme Blue Burner Foam.
Are you a drug dealer who wants to be on the height of fashion?
I'm going to tell you with a straight face, look how straight it is, that this is better than the Galaxy S23 Ultra. You know what happens when you buy a Galaxy S23 Ultra? You sell your soul to Samsung and you give them a large number of dollar dues for a phone which, what, makes phone calls? You know what? The burner phone does that too. It is a high quality device meant to not attract any attention, to go under the radar, and to easily be disposed of when you're finished with your funny business. Dual SIMs, right? So instead of just breaking your phone like Breaking Bad, you can just take your SIM card out and put your other one in, and then you do your other shady dealings.
This would be a great phone in 2005. The problem is, this came out in 2019.
You know burners still exist, Matt.
I know, like, so here's the thing though, actually.
Stop dealing so often and you wouldn't have this
No,
problem.
if you pay me more, I don't have to sell.
I don't know how anyone could argue that this is not better than the Galaxy S23 Ultra.
This is supremely better.
It is so much better. Matt, try to tell me that there's another phone out there that's better.
Let me show you.
Go ahead. What is it?
The Cat S60.
Okay, go ahead.
Meow. So this big chungus of a rugged phone comes with thermal imaging. It is drop proof from up to 1.8 meters. Mr. Yeaster would have no chance on this thing. This also has dual SIMs, so this is also a burner. So if you want to see just how hot those drugs are, I got you covered.
When we say drugs, we just mean the acronym. Do really unbelievably great stuff. The Turing Phone. Okay, so the Turing Phone, which I am very familiar with a liquid morphium alloy chassis, which is stronger than steel titanium. It is hacker-proof due to its hardware encryption. It is waterproof on the inside. And then it was so good that they sent out some unfinished builds and then filed for bankruptcy because this phone didn't work and it was a complete scam. I'll give it to you, the Turing Phone wasn't it. But what was?
Okay. Let me tell you about why the Surface 2.0 do. Surface 2.0.
The 2.0.
Why did they not call it the 2.0?
2.0.
This, I think, is the best version of a folding phone on the market until the 3 comes out and they take away everything that's good about it. It is the worst phone I've ever used, but it is my favorite piece of technology of the last probably decade. I'm like genuinely sincere on this. I use this thing daily. I use this more than my iPhone. I play Xbox on it. I play my Raid Shadow Legends on it. Yes, I play Raid Shadow Legends. It's fun.
I hate the fact that this is the only phone in this entire list where you're actually
Excited?
enthusiastically and convinced that this is a real thing.
So like, it was so expensive. It was like, what, $1,500 when it came out?
Yeah, something like that.
And
yeah.
it's like, no one should pay for that. If you want like a decent media machine,
Yeah.
the Duo 1 for $400 is actually pretty dope because a lot of the improvements that they made for it were specifically on the phone side. And honestly, they still kind of suck for being a phone. I just won this whole thing.
No.
10 points to Matt.
There's no points in this game. I don't think that was 10. The Razer Edge. Now, you might argue that the Razer Edge is not a phone. Oh no, it is a phone. Everyone just calm down for a second, okay? I'm gonna pitch you on why the Razer Edge is so much better than the Razer phone, which was an actual phone. We made an entire video about the Razer Edge where Matt and I said nothing but good things. Aaron, can you cut a clip of us saying some nice things about it?
No, actually, Matt's right. It's actually not very good.
It has cellular connectivity. And as we all know, if you have a phone number attached to it, it means you're a phone. We have a controller. You've got the ability to play games. And here's the thing. It's basically the same size as a phone. You're
not doing great with this argument here. This is really falling apart on you, just like the Razer Edge. The Xperia Pureness. Are you not a sinner?
Are you playing with your pureness?
I feel like every year what we see is some concept iPhone that's just pure glass, where there's just like you see through it. Well, Sony beat you to it. The Sony ponies, they saddled up and galloped to the future. All the way back in 2009.
Wait,
they came out with...
Are you trying to tell us that 2009 is the future?
This included a translucent screen with LEDs around the edges. So it was basically a see-through screen, because that's what translucent means. And there was no... This is like 5 years too late. If this had come out early 2000s, this would have been a cool feature phone. But the fact that it costs more than most smartphones today, the only real benefit to it, because it didn't come with a camera, nothing, is it came with a concierge service. Oh, hello, I would like to go to the pretentious club. Please let me look through my phone to see it.
I agree. I would love to be invited to the pretentious club. So if you're a Pureness owner, please invite me to your pretentious club where we can... The Blackberry Passport. Yep. Remember Blackberry when they made good phones? Fast forward like 5 years and then they made the Passport. It's a square boy, almost like a passport shape. It had a wide variety of gestures with its baby keyboard. You know what the tagline was?
What?
Work wide. Terrific device, super high quality, in no way contributed to the long and painful decline of BlackBerry as an actual brand that people wanted to buy. But there you go, Matt. That's why the Passport's great. How could you argue? Go ahead, Matt. What you got there, buddy?
Can I get the big hat? The big hat. Do you miss having your Galaxy Note S7 and still want a phone you can smoke? Can I offer you the Vaporcade Jupiter? Talk about vaporware. This was a phone with a jewel pod built into it, and it came in great flavors like unicorn farts and raspberry bubblegum. It had an app that would keep track of how much juice you had in your vape. It would even let you know which flavor it was, brah. Unfortunately, Android never got around to putting in a vape-flavored version of the OS, but this was where it was gonna be. It had dual batteries in it because even if your phone died, your vape was still gonna be okay.
You know what? I concede. This sounds pretty dope.
Kyle, thank you. I hate that, like, I don't vape.
I hate that you don't vape too.
I hate that this is not the worst feature phone that I've ever seen. You know what's unfortunate though? They never released their follow-up, which was just the Cade. My bro Matt asked me to come back and help with this episode, so like...
Kyle, that was a really persuasive argument, and I'm really gonna have to dig deep for this next one, but I have confidence in myself that the Vaporcade Jupiter is second only to the Xiaomi Mi Mix Alpha. So how about this, Matt?
Look,
I mean, sorry, Kyle.
Look, I'm the only alpha here, all right?
Okay, you know what I wish my phone had? More screen. Not a flippy screen, not a foldy screen. How about a screen that goes all the fucking way around the phone? The phone is screen all the way around, which means that no matter which way you're looking at it, you've always got your impending doom scroll, which is just ready to go. And while this may not have actually been a shipping product, Marquez got to try it, and I'm sure he said nothing but great things. We'll just cut to the clip of Marquez saying lots of great things.
It just doesn't look right. Like, it doesn't look like a real phone. It looks futuristic. What's the back display even good for? What's the point? Looking cool. Like, that's mainly it.
I'd say this was too good for us. We weren't worthy of this amazing device.
Kyle took a break. He took a break. He left his hat. The ASUS Padfone. So the ASUS Padfone is actually a pretty decent little idea. So it's a phone and a tablet. So when you want a bigger screen, you just dock the phone in the tablet. And it was actually pretty cheap because it was $200 for both items.
On contract, if I recall.
Yes, yeah, that's fair. It was a time when tablets didn't really have data connections. So this was a way to get your big screen and have your cake too. Speaking of cakes, it was pretty chunky. So the tablet bezels were really bad. This is, again, a feature phone, which is...
You keep saying feature phone. It was a smartphone or an Android. It's not feature phone.
The feature is that it comes with a goddamn tablet. How is that not a feature?
It's not a feature phone. It's a feature, comma, phone. Now, I don't want a big phone. I want a small phone. I would rather take a tablet and fold it in half.
May I offer you the Surface Duo 2?
The Nothing Phone 1. This is a device that is cutting edge, revolutionary, world-changing, and honestly, it's a little emotional for me. I look at this device, I look at the glyph interface, I look at the hours, the literal tears Carl Pei drops into each phone as he carefully ushers it from the production line through the shaman's temple and up the mountaintop to be delivered to you. And I see this and I think, yeah, I do want to spend $350 on a phone that doesn't have any real support for US carriers. And yeah, I do want to have a device which is so cutting edge and beautiful that it makes me weep tears of joy. I don't know what more you could ask for out of a device than the Nothing Phone 1.
The problem is,
nothing?
it's like
Nothing.
Literally one of the coolest looking phones on the market. But like you say, there's no support for it.
You know, if you look at the glyph, You can imagine it's a dude. There's his face over there. There's his hand. He's kind of, he's got like one leg and he's kind of a little round. Just the way I like to think about it.
I'm pretty sure that's the way you drew me in that video with iJustine. So.
And it's almost like there's a nothing phone too.
Is there?
They haven't. Or did they?
The Samsung
Serenata?
all the hype babies bros wanted a Samsung Sonata because it was about $2,000 back in 2007. You know, we don't want no poor people getting phones that we have, all right? This had no keyboard because, again, I ain't no peasant, man. I don't want to be using my fingers to dial. It had a touch screen. Touch screen. It also came with a little stand so you could look at how expensive it was.
Yeah. Hit me with your Serenata de Bada, and I'm going to tell you that while sure, it might be fashion forward and stylish, but you know what I would rather spend $2,000 on? The Virgin Mobile Lobster 700 TV. Yes, this is one of the first mobile devices to incorporate digital audio, TV, and a radio transmitter. So I called it a tele. This is a high quality device that had a huge, massive screen of some number of centimeters or inches. I don't know. There's a TV button. So you can watch TV. Imagine having the technology today to watch TV on your phone. It was ahead of its time. It was absolutely amazing. The TV service lasted for a solid 2 years before it was discontinued, and these phones are basically useless. What more could you ask for?
Not one person in the world wants to watch video on their phones, which is why this failed. To this day, we only use phones for making calls, and that's it. If we as a society want to watch movies or TV on our telephones, this would have succeeded. You can't argue with me otherwise.
I'm glad that we all watch YouTube videos in the movie theater, the only place where you can officially watch licensed This Is content. And if you're watching this on anything besides movie theater screen, you're a dirty pirate. You should be ashamed.
It's true.
Go ahead. Kyle's getting a lot of play today.
This was the Nokia 7600 because Nokia just decided not to make names for phones because, I mean, names are so, I don't know.
That way you always forget your girlfriend's name.
Tinifer?
I forget that name too.
This was also an MP3 player, but it was also one of the world's smallest and lightest GSM phones of all time.
I am with you. This is clearly the greatest phone. However, I am going to falsely argue against it. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's wind up for this one. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm not ready for this. We've talked about a lot of phones today.
We've talked
Some
about
good ones, some bad ones.
We've certainly
some
talked
weird ones.
about some of the phones.
Some of the phones, not all of them are phones, but you know what the most phone of all phones are? It is, in fact, what you'll find out when you subscribe to This Is and ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling button for the next episode of What the Hell Are These Phones That We Found? Subscribe, ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling button, and if you do, I can guarantee that Kyle will never be seen again.